Hey guys, Keir here, coming to you with this week's message. And I want to talk to you about the 3 events that helped me become more successful. And the reason why this is important is as we start to come out of this pandemic here, events live in person are going to start to return, I think, by the end of 2021, getting into 2022. A lot of the events during this time went virtual and it was different. It was, a new experience for many people. It wasn't quite the same, right? I still got value from a lot of them, but it's not the same as being there, right? So I'm really excited to share these with you because they really made a dramatic impact in my life personally and professionally. The first event, well actually 2 out of the 3, are by the world-renowned Tony Robbins, who almost everybody has heard of, right? Probably the most recognizable name in personal development, in self-help, in personal growth would probably be Tony. He's kind of I wouldn't say the godfather, but he's definitely this second generation leader, right? Guys, I think just turned 60, larger than life. Literally, he's like 6'8" in person, commanding presence, awesome guy, huge heart, and hugely talented. Really able to connect with people, to understand where they are, to meet them where they are, to identify some of their pain points, their struggles, and to motivate, inspire them, right, to achieve different levels, to step into our capability and our potential, right, as humans and professionals. So I attended 2 of his events. These were a couple years back now. One was his most popular, which is known as Unleash the Power Within, UPW. That's held several times a year. There's like 15,000 people in the Meadowlands in a stadium. And it was pretty remarkable. I mean, the speakers, the energy, the people I met there from all over the world, working through some of your mindset, impediments, right, or limiting beliefs. For instance, we walked across, I think it was 25 or 30 yards of hot coals. You probably heard of this. And it was no joke. We actually did that, and they were hot and they were smoking and they came right out of the fire, and I watched it all. Didn't think I was going to be able to do that. Didn't burn my feet. Crazy. Not going to go into detail how. Still don't fully understand that. But the point of that is it was mind over matter. It was envisioning a destination. It was overcoming your fears and leaning into them, right, to achieve growth. Because that's where we really grow, is when we stretch and push ourselves. The other event that I really liked that helped me become more successful in business was his event called Business Mastery. That was in Las Vegas. He holds it a couple times a year. I went to that one about 3 years ago now, and that was phenomenal. I met some awesome people from all over the world. Again, some of his closest friends, actually. I highly recommend too, paying up for VIP or seats where you can sit and be closer to the stage, closer to the guru or influencer, and closer to the people that are also paying up for that. Why? Because it's the idea of upgrading your room, right? It's being around higher caliber people, entrepreneurs, and sometimes you got to pay to do that, right? You got to pay to play. So I upgraded the room, and I was able to meet a lot of Tony's close friends, people that are still in contact with me today, that I've also formed friendships with and done some business with too. So that was awesome. We learned a ton about scale, about the different pillars of a successful business, really taking things online now as things increasingly go digital, driven by social media and our platforms that we build around our personal brands. So Business Mastery, awesome event, highly recommend it. Wasn't inexpensive. For the VIP tickets, I think I paid just over 5 figures, so it was not inexpensive, definitely an investment. But if you're a business owner or a high-performing executive, you should have a budget, an annual budget that you're investing in your own education, your own skill development, being around more successful and further along people so that you can level up, so that you can grow and get better too. And if you're not doing that, I highly recommend you are. Unleash the Power Within, Business Mastery, both Tony Robbins events. I know he's gone virtual for most of 2020 and I think a lot of 2021, but I would imagine that's going to start to go back in person at the end of this year, early next. The third event that I learned a ton that really helped me become more successful was the ClickFunnels annual event. And if you're not familiar, ClickFunnels is a company founded by Russell Brunson and his partner, and they really focus on creating and helping the layperson, the basic beginner, if you will, to the online marketing world, create a sales and marketing funnel. By that I mean a series of steps, starting with a landing page, some kind of training and value, all the way through to a sales page and an enrollment page to help people sell their knowledge, their expertise, their skills, their products and services online, right? Reaching a huge target audience, nationally and internationally. ClickFunnels, again, is the company. The event was great because Not only did it introduce me to new ways of thinking about my business, about distribution, about reach, but I also met a ton of super successful digital marketers and entrepreneurs that were already doing this at a scale and level that I had aspired to, and that we're still working toward getting there. And I'm excited about that because it started to really challenge me, help me expand my ambition, help me think about my business and growth differently. And then it gave me the tactical skills and tools I needed to understand, what do I need to do to level up? What am I not doing? Who do I need to partner with? Where do I need to bring in some tech help and web development, right? Where do I need to develop my own skill set personally and in-house? And what can I outsource and find partners and vendors to do? That was important because that's the architecture, right? That's the actual marketing and sales funnel that is the lifeblood of any business. And especially an online business, one that's looking to scale and use the internet to really grow. So the first, Unleash the Power Within. The second, Tony Robbins event, Business Mastery. And the third, Russell Brunson and ClickFunnels. Awesome events. The last was more tactical. The first two more inspirational. Business Mastery, the most inspirational and tactical, kind of a mixture of both. So hopefully this helped, guys. These are 3 events that I have really, really enjoyed that have helped me become more successful in life and in business. Hopefully you're attending some of these virtual events. You're excited to get back to some in-person events, hopefully later this year. And if this offered any value to you, let me know. Shoot me a message. Share this with somebody else. And again, as always, to your success and happiness. I'll talk to you next week.